Hello, just thought I'd make you a video. So, okay, this is of course the ankle. First of all, I recommend to always warm up and circulate the joint. And so the way we do that is to first grab the ankle with one hand, grab the front of the foot, so just encompassing the toes with the other hand, supporting the ankle joint, so you're still up on the lower leg here, and then circling the ankle like this. So full range of motion, full 360 degrees. You can see I've got my thumb just here underneath the medial malleolus, this little circle bone here. And we're doing big round circles, so you do roughly 10 in each direction, just to warm up the joints. So Chinese medicine, my school of thought, we like to have the joints all nice and loose, and the way that we loosen up is through circular range of motion. So even on general finger joints that like straighten and bend, we still like to circle the joints just to warm them up and make sure everything's going. Anyway, back to the ankle. So once you've circled that, actually a good thing to do is also hold the front of the foot and do the toes. We often forget about our little toes. So just using your palm, stubbing the ends of your toes and circling both directions in the same manner. And then I know it looks funny, but you can actually hold the base of your foot and shake your foot just to wake it up. You can also use the back of your fist using the knuckle area and just pommel and slap slightly right in the middle here. So this point here, if you scrunch up your foot, all of the lines usually point right towards that center bit. That is the kidney point. It's called kidney 1. It translates to be bubbling stream in English, and this is where we say we gather the energy out of the earth up through this point. So that's how you prepare your foot, warm it up. I always recommend, if you're sitting at home watching TV or what have you, just use your thumbs and push up onto this point so that you can generate energy into your kidneys. Chinese medicine sees the kidneys as basically the battery of the body, and so we are always wanting to warm the kidneys and help assist the kidneys hold energy and also recharge. Okay, so in particular with what you've got there, you've got some swelling right on the external side of the foot, right in front of this. So what I suggest first is to use your palm and massage here. So there's a flat palm just on the outside here, and do it in a nice big circular motion. You can of course use some tiger balm or some even just basic oil. If I'm out and about, I have been known to just use cooking oil, vegetable oil, olive oil, and of course the Greeks use olive oil too. So nice massage, just circling. You can do both directions, warm up the area. So warmth in Chinese medicine is really important. You make sure that the circulation is moving, both the blood and the energy, the qi. Any type of pain in Chinese medicine is characterized as a blockage of the flow of energy of either blood or qi. So next thing is you've got, you said you've got a range of motion limitation. So that's circling motion in the beginning. That should help to loosen the joints. And when you're circling it, you're actually pulling it, I wouldn't say 100% into its limitation in each direction, but probably a 90%. So you're really stretching it and warming it up. The next thing is to massage using your thumbs and actually digging right in around this joint here. Yeah, so you'll feel like all of these are muscles. So you can see if you lift your toes, this muscle here is engaging, right? So I know Josh has said that you like yoga and you're doing, you're relatively active in those things. My instant thought is that perhaps when you're doing, in particular, downward dog, you may be really gripping on the floor too hard and using this area too much. I don't know. I don't know what you do and how you do it, but it may be a consideration. And even like holding planks and things like that, when you're holding with your toes, just check on how much you're actually lifting through your toes. Maybe you're pulling too much with this outer side of the foot. It may even be the way that you walk. You'd have to assess. When you walk, the best way to walk is through the middle toe, is in line with the middle of the knee, is in line with the middle of the hip. So as you walk, that's going into a straight line. If at best it's sort of a 5 to 15 degrees slightly outturned, it's still, I think, considered within the normal region. More so, and then you start to get pains. You'll see some people have swollen on the inside of the legs, and if your foot is twisting in, then that usually has pain on the outside of the leg. So just watch that. Perhaps when you walk, your foot is actually twisting in. That could be another reason. The next thing to do is to stretch through your toes. So just grabbing on, first of all, the proximal phalanx, so this first joint, and just grabbing, twisting and pulling, and then to the next bit, grabbing, twisting and pulling, and you might hear little popping sounds as well. Grabbing, twisting, pulling, grabbing, twisting, pulling. Yeah, so you want to align and just help straighten out each of the toes. Now, that's just sort of the basic, I think, massage that you could consider starting out for your foot. You could also start to use your thumbs and roll up in through this anterior muscle of your lower leg. This what's it called? Tibialis anterior, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, use your thumbs, dig through here, find some little knots or any little hard bits. You can roll all the way up. Actually, you know what? From a Chinese medicine perspective, you're better off to start from the top and go down. So these are the stomach meridian on the front and the gallbladder meridian that runs on the outside here. The flow of the meridian goes down, which is why we say to go down in this region. So you can see how I'm doing that. I'm just sort of kneading with my thumbs, just going down. You can go on the outside here. If you're feeling sort of tight just above this ankle, then you might want to start from the outside of it. You'll feel there's a knobby bit on the outside of your knee here. You can just pluck the strings like a little guitar coming down the outside of your leg. Yep. And then once you get to your ankle, especially on the back side of your ankle here, so this is the external malleolus, you see on the back of that, all of these tendons, they come in and they hook around here. You can see if I pull my little toe out, you can see how that pulls these tendons, yeah? And that can sometimes lead to some swelling down here if you're pulling too hard with your little toe outwards. So yeah, again, just start on here, just roll down, you can see, you can feel that tight tendon. Yep. Just rock through them. If you've got oil, you can smooth through them as well. Yeah, you can use the inside of your thumb here if you're rolling down, or you can use the side of your thumb here, or if you're pressing into it and plucking it, you're just using the pad or the tip of your thumb just to roll down. Yeah, and then of course these muscles here, using your fingertips and just rolling through them. I know it seems basic, but this self-massage really helps with joint motion and keeping them nice and fluid. The way I like to refer it is basically lubricating the joint. Moving the chi, moving the blood, keeping everything nice and smooth. So even for me, after doing that, my ankle feels nice and lubricated. Hope that helps. Let me know. Ciao.